Hello everyone. If you've been struggling with goal setting and you just can't seem to accomplish what you set out to do, well today I'm going to show you a method that when applied correctly actually works. I'm Anthony from Life Soldier Living, and make sure that you subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon below to be notified when we upload a new video. Alright, so let's dig into it. This is probably something you've heard of. It's called SMART goal setting or SMART objective setting. Alright, the acronym has been around for 40 years. Okay? And if you haven't heard of it, you're in the right place. All right, make sure you watch till the end because I'm going to give you two examples, one for your personal life and one that can be applied professionally to help you reach your goals. All right, so what is this and where did it come from? Let's check it out. SMART objectives were developed by George Duran, and Arthur Miller, and James Cunningham in their 1981 article, "There's a Smart Way to Write Management Goals and Objectives." Obviously, those gentlemen were onto something, as the SMART objective application is still very relative today, as I said, 40 years later. Some words have been slightly changed, but generally the base principles are the same. All right, so let's dive into what this SMART acronym is all about. First, we have specific. What are you trying to achieve? In this aspect, you need to be, again, I hate to use the word when defining something, but you need to be as specific as possible. Staying too broad or too general will leave you wondering what you should be working on, and ultimately you'll never achieve what you set out to do. The M is for measurable. All right, so how do you know once your goal is achieved? You need to be able to measure your progress and track it accurately while working towards your goal. All right, the A, different people, we use different words, but generally, it's all the same. So attainable or achievable. Some people use actionable. The original SMART acronym, the A actually was assignable. But for today, we're just going to do attainable, right? Is my goal or my objective within reach? All right. So this is where you need to be, honest with yourself and make sure that you can attain the goal. The R, we're talking about relevant or realistic. All right. So the way I look at this is, does it nest with my overall life or business vision? All right. And some people in this part of the SMART acronym, they focus on effort versus value. All right. Obviously, if we can focus on high value, low effort goals, that is where we will optimize this process, right? Think of this, and some of you may have heard of this, as the 80-20 rule, which is also known as the Pareto principle. And this states that 20% of our goals or the actions that we work towards will provide 80% of our return. Just think about that. If I can focus on 20% of the things and get 80% of my return, then why would I even, put my prime energy into the other 80%? Now, I'm not saying that that other 80% isn't important to get done, but it should be lower on your to-do list. And we will have a future video about optimizing your time and what you need to focus on first. And then lastly, time-bound or time-related, right? You have to put a suspense or a due date, or this just becomes another dream or a wish, right? If you don't hold yourself accountable on a timeline, right, then it's never going to go anywhere. Now, I recommend being aggressive with this, and it's okay that you don't, if you miss it, right? It doesn't mean you give up or you quit or you fail, right? It just means that you need to focus more energy and perhaps, right, you need to, I don't want to say manage your time, but you need to manage yourself a little bit better. All right, so why is this useful? You might be saying, yeah, I've heard of that. I don't need that. Well, I think that in order for this to work, you actually have to think about it when you're setting a goal, and you actually have to apply it and commit to it, right? This provides you an anchor to get laser focused so you can base your decision making towards your objectives or your goal. Right? The SMART method, as I said, can be applied both professionally in business or for your personal goals. Right? In business, it gives you a clear direction that you can guide your team in daily decisions. And when you're successful, you get advanced level in planning project tasks and daily issues. Now, as I promised earlier, let's take a look at 2 examples of how this method actually can be applied. All right, first we're going to do a personal goal, right? So let's say my overall goal is to get healthy. Well, as I said before, that's way too broad and way too general, so we need to narrow it down. So let's say that our goal is to lose 20 pounds in 3 months. I think that seems reasonable. So specifically, we want to lose 20 pounds. Now we need to measure that goal. Is this measurable? Well, it is, because if you have access to a scale, you can track your weight loss. Another way to track would be a body tape to measure your body fat. Now, that may not relate as much to this goal because although generally a lower body fat means a healthier weight, but our goal is specifically to lose 20 pounds. So the scale in this case would work better. Is this attainable? Yes, I think it's common knowledge that millions of people have shown that they can lose weight, and most doctors agree that 1 to 2 pounds a week is a safe manner in which to do so. So 20 pounds over 3 months, it's 12 weeks. I think we're okay. Is this relevant? So if remember I said you need to nest with what your overall vision is, and obviously, personally, we want to get healthier. So yes, this is relevant. And then lastly, is it time bound? Yeah, we gave ourselves 3 months to meet this goal, right? So we are accountable, and this one, it's a good thing because you can measure, at the end of every week, every 2 weeks, hey, at the month period, and maybe, right, just because it's 12 weeks, it doesn't mean that we're going to lose, the 5 to 6 pounds every month, right? And this is important because you constantly need to be reevaluating and reassessing your goals and your timelines, right? So maybe it takes you a little longer. Maybe you're super focused and you can get this done quicker, right? It's okay to constantly update and adjust, right? So, some people use the acronym SMARTER, evaluate and revise, right? I just use SMART and then I constantly check in on it, all right? So that was the personal goal. Let's see how this can be applied in a business aspect, right? So let's say that I run an online business and YouTube is part of my income revenue. And let's presume that I need to increase YouTube subscribers, right? So that's still pretty general, right? Well, just need to get more subscribers. So let's be a little bit more specific. Let's say that our goal is to increase subscribers by 10% per month. So specific, yep, 10% increase of subscribers in a month. Measurable, yes. So YouTube has a great feature, it's YouTube Analytics. So you can track the increase of subscribers. You can even do it by day, by week. In this case, we want to look at it over the course of a month. However, as I said, we're constantly evaluating. So we don't want to wait 30 days and see how we did. We want to go in there into the analytics section and we want to see, hey, after 3 days, 5 days, a week, are we progressing towards that, all right? And what that does, remember I said earlier, drives decision-making. All right, so maybe we're not on track to hit our goal. Well, what do I need to adjust, or where do I need to focus my attention to hit my goal, right? And this goes into a future video that we're going to get into with, time management. I don't like to use that term, and I'll explain why. I call it more self-management. All right, attainable. Yes, if you look across a lot of people's channels, or if you talk to people that have a YouTube channel, some people grow their subscriber base by 30 or 40%. So I think 10%, I don't think it's unrealistic at all. Is it relevant, right? So remember I said, does this nest? So my business vision, right, if this is a source of my income and I need to increase my base of subscribers, I would say absolutely, yes, this is relevant. All right, and then time bound. I gave myself a 30-day period, all right? And again, breaking down that 30 days, it helps drive my focus and attention to where it needs to be so I can tweak, if needed, the timeline and my actions. All right. So remember, goal setting is not linear. You need to take action. Like I said, constantly evaluate your progress and relevancy and revise your action plan as required. The more you begin to utilize the SMART technique, the easier the revolving process of goal setting and monitoring becomes. And remember what Jim Rohn said, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to subscribe below and click on the bell icon, and we'll see you next time. Stay the course.